Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jason from Me as Jason. So last week we talked about how me and Zeek had our first date and what that situation was. And this week I wanted to tell you guys about how we had our last date. Now before you get all morbid and think I'm going that route, I'm not going that route. I'm not talking about the day he died. We can probably talk about that later. But I do want to tell you about our last date, which, you'll get it in a second. So my last date with Zeek, or otherwise known as the day he proposed, started off, it was a random Tuesday, and it was taco night. And I've been living with him for like 4 or 5 months now. And we had talked about marriage and everything was going good, and I was happy, and I think I was ready, and I think he knew he was ready, and we would talk about it every now and then. And we felt each other out, and we knew that we were both ready. But we didn't really get to the bones of how to go about the proposal. And apparently he got sick of waiting for me to decide to propose. So taco night Tuesday, we were sitting at the table, and we sit at a right angle to each other, and we have Zoe, as you guys know, that's our dog, and Zoe was sitting on the floor, and she always stays there. We let her sit by the table when we eat. We don't feed her from the table, but we let her sit there. So anyway, she was sitting there, and she doesn't really move all that much. We sat down, we had a whole dinner. I wasn't paying attention to Zoe. She hadn't moved, she was where she's supposed to be. He reaches down, I thought, to pet her. He comes up with a little box, clearly a ring. And I don't know if you guys know, actually you probably don't, especially some of the new subscribers who don't know me personally. I actually do not like rings. Sometimes I have this weird, they're like bad luck. I feel like whenever I got rings in a relationship, shit started getting weird. Maybe it's some underlying, maybe I am a guy after all, and I have fear of commitment, which is stupid, and it can't be because I don't. But for whatever reason, I don't like rings. So anyway, I thought it was weird that he was going to propose to me with a ring, because we had But whatever, I was going to be like, that's what you do, it's what society says. I guess he's, being part of society. So he opens up the ring box, and there's nothing in there. And then so at this point I know well, something's happening. Either he's being cutesy, or he's just pointing out, or he's trying to say maybe you should get married to me, and it shouldn't be me down on one knee. But whatever he was saying, I was going to let him explain. So I sat quietly with a smile on my face. And he had a way with words, as you all know, so I can paraphrase. He said something pretty much, I love you, there's only going to be you, I don't want anybody else, I realize you don't like rings, but you still need to be my husband. So, he proposed to me with his heart, I suppose, legit, not commercialized into a ring form heart. And I don't know, it was a very awesome, meaningful day. And from that point on, I considered us married, but we were in the process. The reason why nobody knew that we were engaged is because we had decided the next day to keep it quiet. We wanted to make sure we had everything in line as far as our, license and whatever else you need. We also wanted to book a church and a venue. We didn't want a big thing. We wanted about less than 10 guests. So our plan was to just make all the decisions, and then a week, maybe 2, beforehand be hey, we're getting married to these 8 or 9 people, and they show up or they don't show up, but it doesn't matter because I know they all love me. It's just that, marriage for me and Zeek was more about I love you, I want to commit to you and you alone, not just sexually, but more you need to realize that I realize my life is my own, yet I choose to share with you my life. That was how we were in love, and we wanted to get married for love. So the circumstance of it had to take place, and yeah, we wanted a little something special as a memory to, you know, to take pictures of, but we didn't need the whole circumstance of, like, you know, a wedding shower or sending out invitations and like the whole, we just wanted to call our closest friends and be like, hey, you show up, that's cool. You don't, no skin, just, you know we love each other. I mean, maybe if you were thinking of sending $25, up it to 50 if you don't show up. I mean, I think it's reasonable. But anyway, that's how we were going to play our wedding. And I don't know, I just want to share with you guys that story. I consider that our last date, because after that I considered us married. So we didn't really go on dates. We just hung out as two hearts scissoring. Two hearts scissoring. I don't know. Maybe if I have a lot of lesbian fans, they'll be mad that I say scissoring a lot. I apologize. But it's, I mean, really, you guys are ingenious. I think that you figured it all out. That's all I got to say on the subject. Probably like last time, there's not much that I actually shared with you. But, I don't know. It's just a memory. And I feel good sharing some memories of Zeek. I love you guys. Stay happy.